Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the Europe Advanced map. We're playing as the green player out of the for third position. And we got a 1-point hold here over Spain. I think red will probably take that. I don't want to cap there. I have a really, really interesting spot in the middle of the board here. Any of these three options is decent. Well, I think that Romania and Trieste probably the better of the two, and I think I like Trieste the best here. Now, it doesn't defend against a break into this bonus, but obviously plays a little bit more central to the board up here. We got a 2-point France. We got a 1-point noob corner. Maybe the black player ends here. My guess, black player here, red player here. I hope pink doesn't go behind me, but he might if I cap in there, or if I don't cap in here. However, I wanted to kind of get red out of here. Red does have a 2-point hold over the bottom of the board if he wants it. Black goes in Russia. Interesting. I think red will probably take the Morocco cap, Rabat cap down there, if I had to guess, with the 1-point hold, unless he's not thinking about that. We got it. Yeah, he exactly takes that, and I don't really know where pink's going to end up, but not within our bonus here. So I'm going to try to play for double bonus to start the game here. I'm going to try it. I'm hoping for the best here. I've got a decent chance of holding it. Now there is... Oh, blue commits down there. Oh, that's not going to be good for you, blue. He hits pink right away. I wonder if he's capped back here behind red. I don't love that spot for him. A little surprised black didn't go for the 1-point noob corner. Maybe we've got white capped in Oslo. That's certainly a possibility, which would obviously prevent black from doing that. We see red, we see black. We've got an idea of where blue is. We don't see pink. We don't see white. So that is our start. This is Meta Monday. Everybody's here on the channel where we play popular maps with the risk meta settings, the progressive capital settings, and we do appear to have the white player back here. Going to take quite a bit of territory to start the game. We have a decent opportunity now. Again, don't know where pink is, so there could be like an Istanbul cap, which on this particular board is not very good. But there could be an Istanbul cap. Got to be a little bit wary of that. I am going to try to roll 2 troops here just for that hold like that. And I don't actually want white down here. Oh, well, he's still down here. So let's defend. I think this bonus is the most likely one to get broken, so I'm going to come back to cap there. White, probably, my guess with white probably took Iceland, but not UK. So we should have another turn here or so to remove him. And his natural progression may be over into Russia, which could benefit us. Black starts off of this territory here in Krasnodar. I don't think he's got South Russia. He's going to continue rolling this down. Now, I'm sitting next to his cap here. If we retain a 7 cap here, double bonus, he's got a 7 cap. So I don't think he took this whole bonus. Red's going to dive back into blue here almost certainly and probably try to hunt a capital. Doesn't lose anything on that initial roll. Let's see if blue player quits. Always good to keep an eye on the on whether or not a player bots out, because that's usually a good tell. Red comes back to capital with 7 troops, so 8 cap there. Looks like pink is going to play for France. Maybe he's capped up here. Let's see if he goes right into black, or does he attack left first? He attacks left first. So he does not have... There are no capitals in France. It does appear like this fortifies to the right. Yeah, so pink, I believe, is capped on either Rhine or Denmark. Most likely Rhine. That's a solid cap for him. We're not going to disrupt pink, especially if we're allowed to hold this. I think my natural expansion is going to be to the right here. Pink doesn't break me. Red doesn't break me. Not a bad spot to be. I think we play for Orient as best we can. And if somebody breaks me, then they get hit, right? That was the benefit of this bonus here, is that if somebody breaks this one, I've got great pathing up into hitting them wherever I need to. And I'd like to take as much of Orient as I can. We've got blue down here. Looks like he's altered his approach. So maybe he is capped in here. I don't love that, but that's all right. I wonder if red cleared this then, because red's natural progression probably going to be over into blue. Take the bottom left part of the board, go over into blue, etc. But I think I try to take not all of Orient, but a good bit of Orient here. Pink doesn't actually know exactly where my capital is. So leave the 3 there. I don't think black took the entire bonus. Oh, he did. All right. I didn't break him though. I'm trying to be kind. So he must have started with South Russia here and started with Roskilde. Oh, just move my window way out of the way there. And then Krasnodar. So actually, he only didn't have everything I didn't see, or everything I did see rather. So he didn't have Rostov, Russia, Moscow, St. Petersburg, or Petro, but he had the other 4 territories. So this cap was actually pretty solid. Interested to see where his expansion comes. Maybe over into White's direction. He may not be aware that White was in Scandinavia. Looks like he cleared this pocket here as well. Red's only got 5, so somebody is still behind red. And it looked like blue played for this down here. So black doesn't hit me. I take the rest of Orient and I chill. I think is going to be my best bet. We let pink hold France. He should probably take Central Europe here on his next play. So me, black, and pink... and actually white with decent starting spots here. If pink breaks me, he's going to get hit. I'm fine with him playing for Italy. I have no issue with that at all. Interestingly, so it doesn't play for this, just takes that. So pink's not trying to start a war, or at least as far as I can tell. Pink not trying to start a war. And black not trying to start a war, and we've cleared out a good bit of white. Blue actually moves this out of our way. White getting 15, so that would explain why pink wants to keep his cap strong and why he's not starting any sort of scuffles right away. And white seems to play pretty reserved here as well. So we're just going to go 7 troops down here, hit black, hit blue, and call it a day. We've got a nice strong capital. 7 just in case. Yeah, that's the exact reason. Just in case we lose troops on that black roll. And we get back to capital. Oh, white broke black. Interesting. The white player has broken black. Because it looked like, I guess black attacked here. White must have been poised on Finland. So black's definitely not going to start a war with us now if white's going to hit there. And white got 15. So 15 to me tells me... Red has this bonus down here. 15 to me tells me you've got British, Iceland, and Scandinavia. 6 plus 2... 8 plus capital 13, an extra little bit for your territory. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think he's got 4 extra territory somewhere. Red goes into blue here, which red will win this exchange with blue over time. Completely clears there. Does not break me. So I'm really confused on where blue is capped. He's not botted. Pink hits there, and he sees my cap now, so he's gonna go for Italy, I think. I don't know where the blue player is capped, which is really very confusing, because we saw him try to take behind red. We saw him try to take down here, playing for the bottom of the board. He's got to be in here somewhere. Maybe he's capped on Gel or Sardinia. Either of those is certainly possible. He is only starting with blue. So I think blue is in the worst position of all of us here, unfortunately for him. I think he might be cutting up through Italy right now. He stopped. So maybe he broke red. Maybe he'll cut up through Italy. White does not. White lost some material elsewhere, but did not lose any of his 3 bonuses up here. So likely just re-breaks black. I don't see how this is going to pay off for black long term. I think he's in a tough spot here. Let me go here. Got a lot of extra troops. Just going to pull this back to capital. I've got a 40 cap. That's very, very strong. Black continues to get broken as well. So black's not in a good spot anymore, and neither is blue. I have a gigantic cap. I imagine both white and pink have pretty large caps as well. We allow red to hold this. Actually, red is not holding this bonus here. Blue did re-break because red would have 9 from Spain, And then he's probably got 15 territories. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, he wouldn't have all this. So he's got more. He's got these two up here as well that we see. Pink is down here. Pink is now holding Italy, which we've observed, right? So pink has all of Italy. So I really don't have any idea where blue is now, knowing that pink is in Italy, because blue must be on like GGL or something, because if pink has Italy, then that's where his 14 troops comes from, because we see that he doesn't have Central Europe. So red with a 17 cap. Red doesn't know how much I have on cap, but there's a very distinct reason he's not breaking me. There's also a distinct reason black is not breaking me, and that's because both of these players, I think red just knows that I've gained a lot of strength, and black just simply is not holding a bonus. I think he's in a little bit better shape than blue because he didn't commit so many troops away from cap early on that red is kind of erased, but he's definitely still in a tough spot with black kind of bearing down on him. Now, if white comes in and cuts through black to come hit me at any point, that's going to get retaliation, but I think that white just keeps re-breaking up here. And again, we're not really heavily defending any of our bonuses here. Just going to keep this as a little bit of protection. We've got a very, very large capital, and I'm expecting pink to have a very large capital, but my capital, black's capital, and pink's capital I think are going to be the three best on the board right now. Black's is decent just because of how open the right side is compared to the left. There's a lot of congestion on the left-hand side with this Greece blizzard, with the London blizzard, and then with the Gascony blizzard. Those three are creating a lot of congestion over here that makes the card blocks a little bit easier. If pink is on Rhine, by the end of the game, if this is a 1v1, for example, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-point card block, basically half the board we can control. If we need it. If he's got, for example, like the white cap and his own, and I've got everything else, that's what that'll eventually come down to. Red's going to try the 2-on-1. Doesn't want to roll off cap if he doesn't need to. I think going to try to keep his lines open into blue as long as he can. And I'm not surprised that he hits me here, actually, so that he can cut through pink and hit blue in whatever pathing that he needs. Pink starts with 14. Red was getting 14 there as well. So red did recapture North Africa. Now I could eventually take this myself. I'm very strong. Probably putting pressure on red isn't a bad idea, but I'd rather see him aggress the blue player first. So our players in the game, John Chris 923 from the US is the blue player in the first position. The white player, Skylar Steele from Australia in the second position. I'm in the third position. We got the black player in the fourth position from, what is that? Is it the Puerto Rican flag or Cuba? I always get those two mixed up. I think that is the Puerto Rican flag. So Cuba looks like the inverse colors, where the star is encompassed by red and the stripes are blue, and the Puerto Rican flag is what we see there. So Cassidy Infinity, the black player, is from Puerto Rico in the fourth position. The red player is 1Z from the U.S. in the fifth position. Finally, the pink player, General Hauser, flying the flag of Croatia in the final position. They are playing, again, as red. Or, sorry, as pink. Red is the red. Red is 1Z. Let's see. Erzurum or Belarus. We've got Belarus is already where that material is, so I'll fortify that back. We may as well take that. And should be good. 85 cap is absolutely absurd. I could probably eliminate the black player, but I think it's a little bit too early for that. They've been letting me get 20 plus troops per turn, though, so I'm not going to... That's not a problem with me. I assume that black is out of the bottom of the board here. That blue, pink, and red have probably knocked that player out of there, so it would be fairly beneficial for me to try to scoop the black kill soon. Positionally, definitely beneficial, but I'd take a hit going for it. And that is part of the problem. But if the trades, you know, if he ends up on 5 cards again, I think it would have been a little early to go for it there, but if he ends up on 5 cards again, it's probably worth it. Now, red may end up giving pink a better trade here if he does go and aggress the blue player, which I would not be surprised to see him do, and I don't think the benefit of this is high. I don't think he cap rolled. He took some extra territory there, but I definitely don't think that was a capital roll. White, meanwhile, White's been getting a lot of troops, but the issue with White is that they've really closeted themselves up here, and they haven't tried to push out of this position at all. Blue still is alive. I can't imagine that blue capital is very strong. And they seem to be retaliating. Quick attacking, no less. 19 troops come this way. Stop. Is that... Do we think that's cap troops? I think black took this out of here. White's all the way down here now. Huh. Like, do I think that it... It very well may be cap troops. And I could have checked to see, but I almost want red and blue to commit that negative amount of troops to each other. Like I don't think the gain from killing... If red kills blue here, I don't think the gain is going to be enough to justify the... I just don't think it's going to be enough for him. He cuts back through here. If blue doesn't trade, we'll go eliminate blue. Now, my concern is that pink's going to have pathing to do that. White might come and hit me, and I could actually probably card block white into pink. Although, it may be a little early for that. Because I think blue is capped on GGL. My concern is that pink is stacking on Sardinia or something like that. That he waited that long to decide to break me. That's insane. That is absurd. I don't know why red would do that. That's just asking to have your material removed here. I think we're probably better off keeping black alive. I don't know why red would do that. It doesn't make sense to aggress a player that you know is stronger than you. White does not hit me here. I don't know why you'd do that, red. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. That double trades me. And I have a set on the next turn. Red would set me as well. Putting this up here just for safety purposes. Do I get through that? I don't think so. If I dumped the rest of this down here, I would have gotten through it, but... Not surprised by black trading either. Now, if red sets and comes and hits this, I don't think that benefits him much. It's not like he saw 110 troops here. It's not. This is like just such a bad play. This is a horrible play. I'm gonna card block him. There's no reason not to card block this player at this point of the game, and I'm fine with pink retaking here. Like I get why he'd retake this, but I don't think it's smart. I've had good rapport with pink. Yeah. I'm totally fine with pink doing this. I don't have an issue with pink. Now, if I'm pink, not trading here, I think is concerning. If white probably doesn't have pathing into him. But the trades just jumped really high. Like red had to set in or he was going to die to me on my next trade in. Very aggressive by white. Breaks pink. Comes all the way down here. He sees. I think he may. No, I don't know why he would go for red there. He just wiped a bunch of pink off the board, though. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. All right, I can block 1, 2, 3 like this. No. I don't actually want to trade right now. I don't like this cap as much. That's why I'm not putting much investment into it. I didn't find a problem in getting to 5 cards here because it's not like Pink's going to try to kill me. Pink's got bigger fish to fry right now. And actually, whatever red does here likely makes the block easier for me. I needed to keep the cap line open. That's the biggest thing here, is I need this cap to be pointed at red. If he ends up having a trade on 3, he's got a trade on 3. It is what it is. We know he's got about 90, 80, probably, well, 90 now. He's got about 90 troops on this cap. But it's a no-brainer to card block this player down here. I have to focus on somebody, and red aggress me first. That's the one problem. The one issue with that style of play is if you aggress me first, I'm not going to give you the time of day. So if he ends up having a trade on 3, he ends up having a trade on 3. It is what it is. I'm interested to see if pink tries to card block white, because it's not going to be a very worthwhile investment. Got 130 troops up here. Leaves a little bit on cap. Interestingly enough, does not... He leaves white in here. I'm surprised by that. I think he thought black was going to be weaker. I think he thought black may be weaker there. He actually did leave enough troops here to come down on this pathing, though. Missed this spot here. And brings the troops back to cap. Interesting. Now, white is picked. This is the other interesting thing. Like, red has picked me as his target. He picked me technically before that. I think white probably continues poking pink here, which does not surprise me. White has seen that black's not going to retake, and white also knows how strong I am. So white is not going to... White has guaranteed troops. This is the one benefit of a position like this, is you have guaranteed troops. So you can afford to keep pushing this leverage. Now, this does probably put black back into the game, which I think is bold. But start with 29. I'm going to take my card up here. We're not going to hit red at all, because that just makes the card block more difficult. We're just going to put 17 troops on each of these spots. I'm going to put 60 on this capital. 99 there. And pull this here. So I am triple the size of black right now. He sets. That's smart. Black doing their best to just take a card and pass at this point because of how weak their position was is the best bet. Now where we stand, if red doesn't have a set on 3, I don't have a set on 3, but that's okay. If red doesn't have a set on 3, yeah, they just card skip. So we have them card blocked, and now we can push our advantage here, hopefully over and over again and from this position. The kill on blue did offset our card count a little bit. We are now behind by a card on both white and on both white and pink. Now, my concern for pink here is that they may stretch themselves too thin. He's going to try to undercut here. I don't think he realized that the cap was in the way, and he doesn't want to break me, right? Because he doesn't want me to be mad at him too, and I respect that. I have a lot of respect for pink's play so far. I think it's a little bit, for their sake, disappointing that white is kind of bearing down on them so much right now. I think that white's cap may be open, and that's why he played that like that. I'm unsure. But It's also possible that the red player is sitting on a card right now, or on cards, and just doesn't want to use them. I've got to acknowledge that, but I am putting myself in a position. This will eventually win me 3 cards. Trades are almost up to the amount that their cap is. I mean, their cap's over 100 now. I'm going to need about 250 troops here by the time I try to roll this, but I don't think that that's going to be too difficult to get over time. And we'll win, you know, whatever we hit them with, we'll win. And he's not trying to break the card block, so he's trying to wait for chaos to happen on other parts of the board. Now, pink gets 15 there. White is on 5 cards. And I do, with the card block here, I do need to prioritize defending my capitals. So now that I've set the block, I don't want to overdo it, so to speak. There is the concern that white comes and tries to hit me, which I don't love, but that's all right. 143 troops there. This is just going to be another breaking session of pink, I think. This is not... I also don't believe this is his entire cap stack. I am fairly certain that is not white's entire cap stack. But I am going to defend here a little bit better, just for my own safety. We know black's up over... This was like, what, 160? 150, 160 there. Red's not getting cards, so they're not progressing quite as much. But they've been getting 9 troops every turn. I like my positioning here. I mean, this is a very standard progressive cards game that we've played here, where I'm not getting overzealous. Sometimes you can steamroll from this position, but with how... And honestly, if I'd put everything here, I probably could have rolled red, but the trades weren't high enough where I was actually going to leave myself pretty susceptible. I'm kind of glad that I let myself recover a little bit before trying to do anything. Pink plays really reserved there. Interesting. I'm wondering if he's trying to get white, kind of pawn white off onto me instead of up into his own business. But as far as I can tell, that's not what's happening. Yeah, white is trying to put pink onto one singular territory. As far as I can tell. He's kind of had enough of black here as well. I don't want to remove this pathing through here. We are on our set. And again, we're just going to take this. I am going to bolster these up to 20s just in case red tries to pull some tomfoolery of like pulling all of his troops off cap. I want this up to 180, I think. And then the rest of our troops over here. 150. We remain stronger than black on that position. And now what this protection does here is it prevents this cap from getting rolled as well, which I think is important. Black sets on 3 for the 3rd straight time. 227 there is very good. Now I'm still at risk of like being double teamed, right? If black has another set on 3, by the time that rolls around, there's the possibility of him being able to say somebody rolls my lower cap here on G-Gel. I was right about the blue cap being on G-Gel, by the way. Once we realized pink had this bonus, I was like, there's no real other possibility for where he could be down here. And I don't hate this cap, but it doesn't 1-point hold anything. So if you're going to go down in this area where there is a 1-point hold option behind you, you almost have to make sure that this player never holds that. And my issue with pink's retaliatory plays here on white also are... white's just going to weasel down in here again. You really have to card block this player. And pink has the means to do it. I mean, unless white's probably worth at least 350 troops. I think he's kept similar pacing to me in terms of total troop generation. And I'm wondering if pink eventually just sacks into him out of frustration. And that's part of the reason maybe why red hasn't pulled off cap yet, is because he doesn't want to risk that. But... my outpacing of red. I actually almost might want to bait red into taking an additional card as well, but before I kill them. You know, let them hit as much of me as possible. Although the issue with that is I do run the risk of them sacking into me and then pink or white stealing that elimination. So I think if I do open up their capital, I don't do it on a line that puts them in a position where one of these players can steal it from me. Now, the interesting thing here is pink's letting white get stronger here with the trade in. I'm not sure what pink's goal is here. He could take, I don't know, actually, to be fair, I don't know where the white capital is. I'm assuming the white cap is on Oslo. Which begs the question, why pink could easily card block that. You get up to Finland and you've got him card blocked. Because white's just going to keep breaking you to make sure that he retains that troop advantage over you. 10 or 13 extra troops every single turn. Over and over again. I'm actually going to do something interesting here, which is take a card off of red. Actually, you know what? I can take this card here. I know he doesn't have that bonus. I knew he didn't have this bonus because I see the black cap. I hope white... I mean, I'm trying not to close this pathing off into black if I need it. That's the main reason I refuse to hit there. It's interesting that these guys... I don't know why white's keeping black over here next to pink. I'm a little bit confused by that. Black has 3 separate territories over here surrounding the pink capital in Rhine. I'm on another trade-in. I will be able to eliminate red very soon. I think we go on the next trade-in is when I do it. As pink sets. And let's see what pink does here. Just, yeah, 269 troops. He's going to keep going here. Okay. Loops down. I would loop down, and then I would loop over, and you've got a chance to set a card block here. He does not play for the card block. That's unfortunate. $40 troops he had sitting up there. So he's got stacks that are sitting up here. I feel so bad for pink, man. This is tough. I don't know how you get out of this position. It is really brutal. Interesting. He's not going to fortify the 32 away. He's fortifying something else up top. I'm just going to take my card here. We're going to do 250 here, and on my next trade-in, that is when I will eliminate red. So, I mean, I'm worth 600 troops right now. If everything was grouped up, I could obviously eliminate black, but no interest in that right now. We're going to be playing for red here on this next turn, or on our next trade, and we'll absolutely be able to eliminate red. We'll have enough for that. And I don't actually think I want to milk red for an extra card. There is some benefit to milking these players for extra cards, but I just don't think that that's going to be fruitful for me. Especially because there's the chance that this player has been holding a trade in this entire time. That is fewer troops than I was expecting there. He hit something up here. He's probably going to hit this 32. This is really risky. I don't like that for pink. I think pink is, I'm glad he's putting his faith in me, and I'm not going to eliminate him right now, but I actually think he's weaker than red now. I really don't think, unless you were going to card block up here, I don't think this is a fruitful play for pink. Now, he will get the trade in, obviously, that red will not. We do not have a set on 3. I'll continue taking cards up here. I'm actually going to weasel I think black removed this, but I'm going to weasel my way into that little pocket there. I don't need to add anything else to that. I think we're fine there. I'm going to... It probably is just white in that spot, but I'm going to weasel my way into this little pocket just in case. To try to weed out the possibility. Well, no, red wouldn't be in here. Red would have taken a card by now if he was up there. I don't even have the trade on 4. think our friend knows that the writing is on the wall. I respect red hanging in here, but the issue with this cap spot is if you don't leverage this positioning early, you're going to get bit. Pink sets early. I think that was a survival tactic, admittedly. Now white's going to trade. If white has an open capital, now the card block doesn't make any sense because the card block's going to come on with white on 5 cards. He knocks him out of here. The card block doesn't do anything when this player is on 5 cards. Unless he's going to sack. He doesn't sack. So, buddy, you can't card... He's doing it. I mean, he tried to do it. He just did it too late. Card block on 5 cards is not going to do it. And this is going to be tough for pink. Writing on the wall for the pink player. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be the next elimination after red. I do think that red will perish first. Mostly because I'm going to knock red out on this next turn. I would not be surprised, actually, to see black set in and kill pink on this next turn. If he's aware of how small that stack is. Now, the benefit for us is... I mean, we're eventually going to lose a bunch of troops when we roll red. But the benefit for us is that... we're progressing... You know, these guys are keeping each other in check right now. In terms of troop count. Because they keep hitting each other over and over again. And I'm just taking a card and passing. And I understand taking a card and passing is a little bit lame, but I'm taking a card and passing to make sure I can eliminate the red player in this next turn. And there's a lot more value in that, in my opinion, as black continues. Black could see this cap, too. I'm actually a little bit surprised that he wouldn't have tried to roll that. He did have pathing into it. Now, this is the moment of truth here for red. He did not have the set on 3. We are going to eliminate red here. We know that he's not behind white. We've got this cap here. If we somehow need to go find the spot where that player is. He's going to go up here and break again, but you got 160 troops, man. That is not enough. So with the trade-ins being over 100 value right now, we're going to go eliminate red. We will set in off of the red elimination. White was not capped on that line there? Pink just broke him in here. He just didn't break Iceland. White kills pink. Huh. No, white does not kill pink. I thought he would have. All right, we're going to eliminate red. No doubter. For me, 175. Yeah. This will be our fortify. 90 is probably fine there. I wonder if pink is on the fritz here. What's he? 3 cards? Yeah, we take that. Absolutely. Oh, he's capped directly in front of him. I don't know why he didn't roll that. That is bizarre. Sorry, pink. Positionally, can't pass that up. We bait white into rolling this and maybe just win the game? There's no way black's going to be able to take everything of mine. I mean, I'm still worth 671. We're back on 3 cards. We have a trade on 3. Very valuable. I think black's going to continue playing take a card and pass, and if white rolls me here, we almost certainly have retaliatory play here. I think I trade. I can absolutely card block white here. Well, I don't do it now. He sets. I think he rolls this. If he rolls this, he almost certainly loses the game. He doesn't roll it. Okay. And he traded, so I can just card block him. His 20s come up. That rolls here. Honestly. Let me leave black here. Because black clearly isn't going to do anything. With how they've played this game, they are playing. This is a player playing for second place. White rolls the cap. No, white card skips. Which I'm getting 72 troops, man. That is insane. That is absurd. And I don't even think black's going to try to thwart me. I think black is accepting the fact. Black is legit accepting the fact that I... Oh my god. Why are we... White should have... I guess white... I mean, he was basically down and out at that point. Let's get 100 on each cap. This is insane. He's legit just content. I mean, I'm double his size, man. I'm getting 72 troops a turn. This is not a thing that should happen. These guys are just rolling over and dying. Black has been playing for second place since the game started, pretty much. Since he got broken by white at the beginning of the game. This guy has been playing for second. Which is fine with me. If you're going to let me get this many troops. I don't... At this point, he's already let me recover this cap. The fact that white didn't roll this... I mean, he could have gotten an even roll. He probably loses to black there anyway. I think the moment white aggressed pink as hard as he did and lost as many troops as he did, because I think he hit a lot of off-cap stuff, that was really the deciding factor in this one. Now, I do have to be wary of the fact that the black player could potentially try to reverse card block me, but even once I kill white, and I'm only going to kill white for the 2 cards, I think. When I kill white, I'm still almost certainly going to be stronger than black. And he's going to have to hit capitals. So I think black is pretty good, all things considered. But I'm just putting troops on everything. Just in case black tries to go roll some caps. Obviously, this is the one that's open still. I did that because for 2 reasons. One, I pulled a bunch of those troops back in case black wants to go try to kill white. And 2, I'm almost hoping that white tries to... Yeah, I was hoping he would try to do something like this. And he does, and he feeds me his own kill. This will trade me in immediately. Now that I don't have to hit the cap troops. That sets me in. So I can pull this 314 back to cap. And then I just throw the rest. I'm going to throw... Like, this cap, because it borders my other cap, I don't really think I need that much here. Black may very well just step off right now, too. Now that I got that, I'm double his size. I've got cards here. He's going to have to take cards, and I'm getting so many troops that a reverse card block is not easy. It will not be easy at all. I think he may just step off. But this was a solid game. I had fun in this one. We card blocked red for a while. I know a little bit of lull in the middle there. We at least had the entertainment of pink and white going on there. I don't think he can really reverse here. It looks like he might try to go for a run. I respect the effort. I do respect the effort quite a bit, actually. He's on a set. He probably busts through this. I just can't afford to get reversed. I don't want to risk it. I'm double his size, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm going to leave myself with the cards and just push up into him slowly. I'm on 4 cards. I probably can set some landmines as well. Yeah, I had a feeling he might do that. Loses 40 on a 71. That is absurd. And he opens up the capital. He's going to open up both capitals. Sees that they're both defended. Yeah, buddy, I had a ton of troops, and then white pulled everything off cap, so it was not much of a challenge. Good game. I hope he doesn't drag it out. Yeah, he's going to drag it out. All right. He might have a trade on 3, but... I'm making sure he can't take cards in these spots. I'm going to force him to take cards that border his capital. So the whole idea is force him to take cards that border his capital, or he trades early. Either of those things is fine with me. Looks like he's going to opt for borders his capital. Okay, thank you. Good game. Well played. I very greatly appreciate this player not dragging this out. Because I was like, I'm not going to mess this up. I have maybe in recent memory, I'm talking recent games, not when I was worse at the game, I've maybe fumbled 1 or 2 games to a reverse in like the past 6 months. It does not happen very often, and I was not about to let it happen here. And when you guys have seen me reverse too, maybe I need to make a reverse card block playlist. This is obviously not one of those games. White and black both masters. I get why white pushes advantage on pink, but it was very much not a winning play because it just weakened him. You're pissing a player off too much and you're still letting him get cards. And likewise, pink could have gone for that card block on white earlier and didn't. I'm actually surprised pink capped directly next to white. But props to him. It worked out at least for a decent while, and we managed to take out red before pink. So red picked the pocket cap. Blue just had nothing to play for. Black played a take a card and pass master game. White played an aggressive master game. Shout out to my opponents. If you guys enjoyed this one, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow with Tier List Tuesday. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.